Right, we're going to be starting off this episode with a showcase event. It is one that we need to do to get to the next wristband, so yeah, but it looks like a pretty fun one at that. And we're getting in there in one of the barn finds that we got, the NSX RGT. Which, yeah, it's a fantastic car. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're doing there. But yeah, plenty quick enough. Nice high revving, naturally aspirated engine. Should do us pretty well. There's also been announced a few cars that I haven't, picked up on when going through the car list review video that I did. The 1988 BMW M3, for instance, is a new car to the Forza series. It is a replacement for the newer version, I believe was from 1991, for instance. And you couple that alongside the Mazda RX-7 Type R from 1992 and the 2000 Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec 2 as well. Yes, all three of those cars are older versions of other cars we've had before, but they are basically in this game now because they have been rescanned and made fully viewable in Forza Vista mode. So yeah, that's why they've put basically older versions of cars we've had in the past. So yeah, really looking forward to reviewing them at some point in the future, because like I said, they're all fully viewable. So yeah, this showcase event is called Mech My Day, and it's 5.3 miles long. So let's see what it's got in store for us. So a few more cars have been announced for the seasonal as well. We've got a couple there that I really wasn't expecting, like the 1989 Volkswagen Rally Golf and the 2006 Dodge Ram SRT 10.
Chaser Zero
So
in the flesh. Well, metal. Quite impressive, isn't it? Go get him.
and we're going to be doing the showcase event in the Acura NSX Type S. So this was added to the previous Forza Motorsport game. I did know it was already going to be in this game, but I was kind of curious as to where it was. Apparently you get it via certain other means rather than just buying it in the auto show. So let's see what we can do with this showcase event and what we're up against. Oh, here we go. It's certainly different to a train.
Flight systems online. Power level optimal. Chaser Zero. Initialization complete.
And we've just got a car. It's a very good car, but not quite a mech.
Analyzing velocity. Victory forecast at 80%. Combining fuel sources.
Certainly demolishing everything.
Executing splashdown.
Yeah, clearly this car has been upgraded to some degree because it doesn't come with this wing, for instance, as standard. Looks like it's got a wider body kit on it as well, but it's still a fantastic car even in stock form. I really enjoyed driving it in Forza Motorsport.
Purging excess water from intake vents.
So I'm sure we'll have plenty of fun with this in this game as well.
Experimental power systems activated. Operating at 150%. Caution advised.
Nice slide.
Collision avoidance protocol ascending.
Yeah, you ain't gonna fit through a tunnel, that's for sure. .75 miles an hour before we hit the ramp. And we're being joined by the bullet train as well.
Traversal device deployed. Ready for expulsion.
Bye. Oh wow, swinging around on the Tokyo Tower as we go right next to it.
Experimental power systems operating at 200%. Extreme caution. Overcharge. Overcharge. Cautious fire. Emergency shutdown engaged.
Rigged. Oh, that's funny. Well, that's certainly different to the previous kind of showcase events that we've done on these games before. I do apologise for the squeaky chair there. But yeah, that is pretty damn fun. And on 2.5 minutes in the process. And Chaser Zero, DNF. Loser. So yeah, that was really fun. Certainly different to a train.
Many can say they beat Chaser Zero in a showdown across Tokyo City. Congratulations.
I don't even know what the bill is for all the damage that he caused though. But that does unlock our next wristband, so it is progress in the main campaign regardless. So yeah, I was talking about other cars that are going to be added. So I also missed out on the fact that there's a 2005 Porsche Cayman GT3 TAC racing car.
Here you go. One blue wristband. Looks good on you.
So I primarily missed that because obviously I'm not particularly into racing cars. But it's cool that they've put in a Cayman racing car that I don't believe we've ever had before. In terms of seasonal cars, we've got a outside of the Volkswagen and the Dodge that I mentioned. We've also got a couple of Toyotas.
Now, your next wristband waits behind this Horizon Rush event. It's a cold one. With that new wristband, you'll be driving faster, Class A cars. Perfect for these new events.
Cool. Right, so yeah. Like I said, there are a couple of Toyotas being added. We're getting the Starlet Glanza V from 1996 and the 1999 Altezza RS 200Z edition. So, yeah, I don't think we've had an Altezza for quite some time in a Forza game. I'll have to look up exactly when we had one last. But, yeah, still going to be interesting to see what those two are like, quite frankly. So, yeah, we've got a ton more races to do now. When playing through this campaign, obviously I'm not going to be able to do every single race. Obviously I don't need to do every single race to get to the next wristband, but we'll do as much as possible. Certainly try and vary it up here and there. And in saying that, we're going to do a dirt event, I think. Where are we at the moment? I've completely... Yeah, well, the Bing will be helpful. Yeah, we're in Tokyo. So we'll go do a dirt race event. Don't think we've done one of these for a while.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I do apologise if there was some background noise there. I did not realise how loud my TV was. But yeah, we've gotten a reward. Super wheel spin. I have seen some people have some quite poor luck with these super wheel spins, but oh, and we got the Acura NSX Type S as well. We'll get into that. No, not return to home. We'll get into that just to see what it's like in this game. So yeah, as you can see, it doesn't have the wing that it had in that showcase event, but it's still 600 horsepower. You can hardly argue against that. So yeah, and all-wheel drive and plenty of torque. So let's just do this super wheel spin. And like I said, some people have had pretty poor luck on these, but not me. 465,000 credits there, which is definitely helpful since I've spent a lot of money lately on some cars. And another £5 grand on top of that. Got a new badge as well. And a new wristband. Where's the badge? Hello? Why am I not seeing it? Am I blind? Am I blind? Well, I can't see what was unlocked, so... Oh, was it just the wristband? I don't know why it kept saying 1 when it most clearly had been already selected, but nonetheless, let's get to this dirt race event
400
and
yards. Turn left.
see even if we have an applicable car to use here.
Turn left.
Slide this amazing car around the corner.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Where's that board? It's in this car park. Behind it at least. Nice healthy 3000 XP will do nicely. Oh, crashing into the bike shed will not though.
In 400 yards, turn left.
Let's get this road discovery.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Very easy to get distracted in this game, I find. But that's only a good sign, I feel.
Arrived at your
Alright.
destination.
Kinkajudi Trial. I'm probably butchering that. Right, so 3.4 miles. This trail leads through a valley of trees and past the temple before entering into an asphalt sprint to the finish. Cool. We've only got the Evo though to be using so far, but it's still a cracking car. I'm sure we'll have more vehicles to choose from as we get through this playthrough. Currently I think I only have about 86 vehicles, so not a huge amount, but I've just been enjoying the cars that I've bought already, especially the ones that are new to the Forza series, including this one, which isn't new to the Forza series, but it is new to the Forza Horizon series, and we haven't had it for quite some time in the Forza Motorsport days either. Should do well here, all-wheel drive, nearly 300 horsepower, so especially when they start beating on each other. Doubt the rear-wheel drive Escort there will do very well here. Not against all of these all-wheel drive vehicles at least. Yeah, still trying to find a appropriate point-to-point race, or at least one that I can somewhat modify for extreme off-road silly bills. That series will return, don't worry about that, but yeah, just trying to find a nice long enough point-to-point race for that one. But I'm sure I'll find it in time. But quite frankly, there's so much to do on this game already, video-wise or otherwise, that we can make do without that series while I still search for the right course. If you have any recommendations for which one I should use or slightly modify, then do leave a comment. I did slightly modify the course that I used on Forza Horizon 5. It was based on an original one that the developers made themselves, but I just slightly altered the end to make it a bit twistier and less tarmac orientated towards the end. But yeah, that was a really rather fun course, so really need to find a it's equal in Japan. The less tarmac the better though, to be honest. It really wouldn't fit the name of the series, would it, now, if we had any tarmac? But regardless, nice healthy win there. 136 across the finish line. Evo doing us well. Just over 2 seconds ahead of the same car that we were in, so that's good. But I think we do need to be looking at A-class races to be advancing on this to get to the next wristband. So let's try and find some.
Okay, Jake. What do you want to do?
None of those I want to do, to be honest. Right. Guess we can try out some PR stunts. I do have a Lucid Air Sapphire, which is actually pretty brutal in terms of top speed, having upgraded and such. So let's do some PR stunts as we try and find an A-class race to do. There is one right up in front of us. See what we can do before we hit the speed camera. As you can see, this car is properly rapid. 162. What does that get us? 2 stars. Probably need more than 200 to get 3. What did it say we need? 170. We weren't that far off, to be honest. Some downhill help here, or we should be able to do it. Yeah, easily. $220. Now that is fast. Yeah, I love how quick this car is. It's just really fun to drive as well. So yeah, that'll help us get some more points towards the next wristband. A-class races. Or is it not really? Yeah, it is the A. We've done an off-road one already. Is this a street race? Yeah, modern super saloons. Fast travel over there. Obviously, you can only fast travel to a road you've been on before or an event that you've visited in the past. So, can't quite get entirely there, but get most of the way, and given how quick this car is, should be there in no time. Yeah, the acceleration on this car is really rather quite relentless for the majority of its acceleration. Oh, it's not the best handling car in the world. That's kind of obvious, but still brutally fast. Got 3 stars in that one as well. And there's a board here. I'll drive through the trees to get to this next event. Do some cherry blossoms, and here we go. Shikazi Sprint. We'll go for the M2. I kind of prefer that over the Alfa Romeo, although obviously we do have the much faster version to look forward to via the Italian Passion Car Pack. But we'll go for the M2. I actually quite like this one. As far as modern BMWs go, it's definitely one of those that I like the most. Or close to the most, maybe. Maybe there is a couple more that I like more, but yeah. I just like the fact that it's quite a simple rear-wheel drive, you know, sports car. It's not trying to be showy off or anything like that. Not got massively large grills at the front. It's a very classic kind of executed BMW, to be honest. I'll call it a saloon though. That's in what the category for this race is. It's still properly quick. It handles really, really nicely. And you can have a lot of old school fun with it as well by sliding it around, but it will also be serious when you want it to be, which is always a good balance when it comes to handling. Show off. I love doing that. I love drifting past someone while I'm overtaking. I'd like to hear your thoughts on what you think of the teased seasonal cars. Like I said, I've mentioned a few of them already. There's probably some more that I've failed to remember. I know the Mazda Fury, or whatever it's called, is coming as well, which is good, but I'd rather it be cars in the seasonal rewards be ones that we've either not had for quite some time. Obviously we had the Mazda in, I think it was the previous Forza Motorsport game, or at least, you know, never had. There's plenty of cars from the likes of the Forza Motorsport 4 days, for instance, that I'd really like to make a return. Some genuinely shocking cars like the Ford Pinto, for instance. I'd love that to make a return. Probably the only person that would want that, but there's also plenty of cars in there that aren't so shockingly bad. Like, I think it was a Shelby GT400 CJ, known as the Cobra Jet. Love that to make a return. But obviously this is set in Japan, so the likelihood of muscle cars at the very least is quite low for this game. Obviously when it's set in, you know, Mexico or America, and even kind of maybe the UK, there is the likelihood that muscle cars will turn up, but given how few of them there actually are on this game, I doubt muscle cars are going to get much of an eye in, to be honest, as far as new editions go. So but that's fine, you know, I like plenty of cars more than just muscle cars. It's just that they happen to be, especially from the 60s and 70s, be my the ones that pique my interest the most, especially when we get new ones. Which we had a fair few of anyway in the previous Forza game, so yeah, there is that. Right. So we've got supercars here, so yeah, let's try that one out.
Okay, Jake.
I don't know if we have any supercars, we might have to buy one.
Event.
I'm not going to travel all that way though, because that is quite some distance. Luckily I have visited a road nearby. So apparently I've won 2.8 million so far, which is quite a hefty amount, but obviously I have spent a lot of that on just buying cars, because there are a lot of them here that just pique my interest. Granted, I've also been given a lot as well.
Turn sharp right.
But I think overall there's been a good balance between what you've won and what you've bought. Speaking of which, I think we do have a collection journal to do. Reward. Red modern race helmet. Cool. And a wheel spin as well. Do we get a car here? Oh, very nearly got the Integra Type R, which I would have liked, to be honest, because that is quite an expensive vehicle. Not sure if it's fully viewable in Forza Vista, but I do hope it is, because I'd like to review it.
200 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Right, do we have any supercars? 3 laps, 4.4 miles. No, I do not. Right, let's go shopping. So we have quite a good selection to choose from. Got Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, got a pair of Ferraris, XJ220, Lamborghini Gallardo, Lexus LFA, and the Porsche GT3. I'd like the LFA a lot, but it is a hefty price at 875,000 credits. So yeah, I'm gonna probably skip on that one. I think I'll get the Gallardo. Yeah, it's probably my favourite here. I do like the Stingray. I do like the F40. XJ220 is good, but quite frankly, if you want an XJ220, go for the XJ220S TWR, because that is much better vehicle. And the 911 is decent, but yeah, I'm not as big a fan of I am of the Gallardo. And at the end of the day, this has more power, more torque, more weight, yes, but it is also all-wheel drive, so should help with any conditions we come up against. And it looks absolutely superb as well, so which is only a good thing. Never understood why people go for such a dark colour for a Lamborghini. It should be something bright and fun, like an orange-looking coloured car. Now, granted, there are exceptions. The Reventon, for instance, looks excellent in that matte black grey colour, whatever it is. But that's only because it really fits the theme that that car's going for. Most Lamborghinis look best in bright, garish colours like this. Won't be able to put the top down before the race, start of the race, but we'll be able to when it finishes. So yeah, the car list on the Forza.net website has been updated, by the way. I think it's been updated to 618 cars. It was standing at 392 for quite some time. But yeah, they have updated it with some of the seasonal cars that are going to be added on, as well as car pass cars that have been announced so far. And next week's I'm really looking forward to, because it's the Koenigsegg Gemera. I think that's how you say it anyway, but nonetheless, yeah, it looks like a quite formidable car. It's Koenigsegg's first four-seater. Quite a heavyweight car, due to that, you know, four-seater layout and the fact that it's all-wheel drive. I think it is their first all-wheel drive car as well. But yeah, it looks like a mighty powerful car as well, and should be pretty rapid despite all that weight. Not exactly looked up a lot about it though, outside of what was shown on the car pass menu. So yeah, so looking forward to it. It's the first new Koenigsegg we've had for quite some time. And this Lamborghini's proving pretty formidable. Plenty of power, but it's the way it uses that power that really helps, because that all-wheel drive system to help launch it out the corners. Well, that was a complete fail of an angle there. Oh, the Ford GT is getting the back end loose. But stick the overtake. Double drift tap. Or at least I'll consider it a double drift tap. Again, did not. I think we may well have to up the difficulty again at some point. But regardless, really enjoying this game. Really enjoying this Lamborghini. And there we go, get the win. So yeah, I think I chose wisely there. Comfortably the fastest lap, and just over 3 seconds ahead. think we might try out some drifting now. Since we are obviously in Japan, that is kind of a big part of the car scene. I don't really want to do any SUV racing just yet. Oh, and we've already done Eclectic Heroes before.
What's up? Looking forward to the rush event? It'll be a cold one, apparently. I'm gonna keep hitting races to qualify. I'll see you there, right?
Yeah, you'll see me there. Right. I think there's a drift event near the docks. Yeah, Drift Club Japan. It's probably in that parking structure, which is another new thing added to this series. I'm sure you'll get many a car meet and such things. Oh, I got the roof down. Put it down. I wish it'd show you it going down rather than just going fading to black and then suddenly the car's in convertible mode, but just can't win everything. Right, Drift Club Japan. Tokyo Drifters. So yeah, these are going to be no doubt all based on points in terms of getting 1, 2 or 3 stars. But that's no issue.
Hey, thanks for meeting me. Oh, I love this spot. Great for a bit of drifting. Speaking of, have I mentioned Drift Club Japan yet? It's a club, obviously, like a board game club or a badminton club, but for, you know, sending cars sideways. And we are in Japan, so you not having a go at drift. I'm sorry, but I just won't allow it. So if you don't mind hopping in that RX-7 and following me, I'll take you to your Drift Club taster session.
So this is the RX-7 that I mentioned earlier.
We're off to meet Hamada Isamu-san, actual drift legend and humble Drift Club Japan member.
Oh,
Well, he's actually the
distracted with
cornerstone
the
of the
radio.
whole thing. The
Not
best
that I
part of
need
Drift
to
Club, aside from
change
the
it because I
drifting,
have
is the community.
completely
I'm telling you, I
eliminated the
found
sound.
people. I'll admit, I wasn't that great on my first run out with them, but ever since I joined, they've made me so much better.
So yeah, I actually prefer this to the newer version that we've long had from the RX-7. Obviously, it's not as quick as the Spirit A, was it called, I think, which was basically the ultimate version of this car. But on the whole, I do prefer the looks of this compared to both
Ultimate
of those
ambition, Shimano Drift Circuit.
newer versions.
I could go now if I wanted, but I want to properly show up. And I'd like you there too. Drifting is legit now. Never used to be. Far from it, in fact. There's whole series. Competitions, properly sanctioned, best of the best type stuff. That's where we want to be.
Yeah, there will be a review of this car. But as a quick review, I will say it is a fantastic sports car. Really well balanced. Which it should be for 50-50 weight distribution.
Jordan's friend, Hamada Isamu. You want to try your hand at drift? Sensible choice. Hey, no pressure to join our drift club right now. See if you enjoy it first. But let's talk more drift. Tokyo City is waiting for us. If you only ever drift once, has to be in the city. Tokyo City.
$70,000 just to get 1 star. It's been a lot just to get 3. So we'll find out once we get 2 stars, what 3 stars is worth. Luckily, because this is, like I said, really well balanced.
Drift with style. It's just skidding.
It's so easy to drift. So we need to get 150,000 for this one. I'm not particularly good at drifting. I certainly wouldn't go online and do it. I know how to get mauled.
Look at you go! Like some kind of car snake. One of the greatest to ever do it, Keiichi Tsuchiya-san, aka the Drift King. Imagine how wild it was way back when someone would lose traction on purpose in a normal race. Imagine.
Yes, he started in the street scene, just like what you're doing now. Street to circuit, just like the Drift King.
There's a bit of a leap from 1 to 2 stars, and yet from 2 stars it's only 50,000 to 3. It's a bit weird, I guess. I would have expected it being a bit more than 200,000.
That's some points haul. I'll allow it.
Yeah. Well, this probably is easy as it is because we're. This is the first mission. But it's a good introduction to the whole drifting thing,
The
I guess.
master loves to slide. Dab a brake, a smidge of e-brake to tighten the angle. Rear-wheel drive kicking in to control that lateral movement. I tried it in a front-wheel drive car once. Did not end well.
Yeah, you don't really want front-wheel drive for drifting, I find. And there we go. Way more points than we
Drift
need.
Club Japan, anytime. Growing our community, nothing more important.
So, what do you think? Drift circuit next? Or we wait?
We wait. You and your friends should meet some of our other members. Build those skills, we will help. Then you'll be ready.
Easy 3 stars. Although I guarantee there's been people out there that got way more points than that. So, yeah, but that was still fun. All of these story missions and such have been pretty solid so far, to be honest. There's obviously a lot more of them in the start of this game than there were in the previous ones. Let's do a street race.
Okay, Jake. I have set your route to the nearest street race.
This is clearly not your first time drifting. I'm impressed.
Turn
you.
right.
Cars over there. Ah, the M8 competition.
Daikoku's one of the most iconic car meets in the world. Take your best dressed car there, mate.
Turn right.
Right. Street race, 4.2 miles long. Starting at the Daikoku parking area, you'll race around the surrounding highway, stay in your lane, and pass through the checkpoints. Easy enough. So you can choose any car in B class or S1 class or whatever class you want, to be honest, for these. So, yeah, I have created some oddities in this game so far for online racing. Welcome to my 2022 Honda E, which has 671 horsepower, for instance. Or my Lucid Air Sapphire, which you've already seen, which, yeah, is ridiculous in terms of performance. What to choose? It's the trouble when you get a choice. You end up sitting forever trying to find one that you want to try out. We'll try out the Acura NSX Type S. We didn't really get much out of it with the showcase. It was quite easy to drive, so let's see what it can do up against proper competitors in the form of other vehicles. Not sure how much of these contribute to the festival playlist. Not festival playlist, sorry. Getting your next wristband. And again, the loading times are being a little bit naff. Get there eventually. Right, so the Lamborghini Gallardo that we were just in is now beside us. Although it looks like it's been heavily upgraded. Oh dear, someone had a bump into an AI car. But yeah, this car's perfect for these kind of nighttime, cold, wet races. All-wheel drive system and such. Heading onto the motorway. Certainly on an on-ramp by the looks of things. Some clean air. Come on, let's try and get a podium at least. The NSX is letting us down. Well, there we go, that's our first proper loss. Obviously we have had races where we've not gotten first, but we've at least gotten a podium. Whereas that time, yeah, only a 5th place, yeah. NSX, not as good as I was hoping there. Yeah, just kind of outclassed in terms of performance, really. We only have a V6, whereas obviously, you know, Spider, a Gallardo Spider or Murcielago, yeah, they have V10s and V12s. You know, the J50, it's got a pretty great big whopping V8. The 650S also has a V8, so yeah, just not quite in their kind of league, really. 600 horsepower is obviously a lot, but they probably have far more than that even stock in certain cases. So yeah, this is the way it goes, I guess. Right, let's just do a couple more things, I guess, for this part of the playthrough. We've still gotten some decent XP through all of that, so it's not a complete loss. We've got the Drift Club Japan decal. So yeah, it does tell you when you've done a race, whether or not you just finished it. Oh no, we only got 4th in that one, so it's not the first time we haven't had a podium. Alright then. So not as big a downer on the NSX there as I thought. Do have more day trips to do though. Not a particular fan of cross-country races, if I'm being brutally honest. That's B class. I need to really find some A class races here. Not finding many road races that are A class, to be honest. Or maybe I'm just not looking in the right places. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have been many that have been unlocked. How many more do we need? 10 more events. Or 1995 more H to unlock the off-piste Horizon Rush event. Right, I guess we'll do an off-road race then. Don't really like cross-country though, like I said. Right, there's one down here. We'll do the Sakibi Scramble. Oh no, that's B class. Oh god damn it. Also B. That's anything. Also B. I think it's going to force us to do a... well, that one's all the way up there. Yeah, I guess we can get there in no time. I was just ignoring that one because obviously it's kind of out of the way in terms of getting there immediately, but we'll get there in a shortish amount of time, I imagine. And we've not been up here much either, to be honest. Stunning mountain scenery though here.
Oh, Yuji mentioned a rally enthusiast had clocked a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo.
Hey, I recognize that waterfall.
Oh, that's how we get the
There's
evolution
definitely
free.
a temple nearby. Be on the lookout.
Well, it would have been nice just to be in the base game as it is, but it's still a fantastic car, so it's well worth trying to find. We've only found 2 of those treasure cars off so far. Although, I'll be honest, I haven't gone out of my way to try and find them, just because, you know, as you see there, cars that we have had before in previous games. Although, to be fair, even though the treasure cars have been, you know, cars we've had before, it's hardly not been the case with the barn finds, which, so far, they have been vehicles that we've had plenty of times in the past. Look at the size of us compared to a City E2. And we were saying that's not small enough to be a K car. We're gigantic. And we're supposed to be a sports car. Right, Waterfall Trail. Total all-wheel drive, 3.6 miles. So we're not going to go for the cars that I have upgraded because that would seem a bit silly. I guess we'll go for the Evolution. That seems like a pretty good car. It is a well compact car, so it has been already pre-upgraded, so it isn't stock. I will more often than not try and go for a stock vehicle for a race, but if the best option is one that's already been pre-upgraded for me, or I've upgraded myself, then that will be the one I'll choose. Yeah, I think we've made decent progress with this episode. That showcase event being pretty fun, and nice to get started on the Drift Club. Now let's see what a somewhat upgraded Evo can do. One car I'm surprised we've never had is the FT400 version of one of these Evos from the 2000s. You know, the one on Top Gear that blitzed a Lamborghini around the track. Or at least beaten it, or kept up with it even. Yeah, it's not supposed to be a pretty good. It's not supposed to be a good car to live with on a day-to-day basis, but you know, you can hardly argue against 400 horsepower in a car like this. One reason why I've always said that a car options list per car would be ideal, and then you can pick which variant you want from whichever base car. Because there's loads of different versions of the Evo out there from around this time that were based on the same car, they just had varying levels of power. I think that would be a cool thing to do, especially in a game like this, where being set in Japan, you know, so many different variants of vehicles out there that It seems a shame that so many of them will never see the light of day on a game like this. Finally in a podium position, so the disappointment of last time. Evo is doing as well. A lot of rivers to drive through. Right, past the fellow Evo, now we've just got an Audi to get past. Which obviously will have more power than us from a bigger engine. I think that's what's going to keep it in first place ahead of us. We'll have to settle for second, but that's still pretty good. Certainly help us in terms of experience and money. And that was a pretty fun circuit as well. Nice uphill battle there.